Welcome back to Solution Golf. In this video I'm going to present to you how to hit a flop shot around the greens. Everybody wants to play this shot because sometimes you're really on a situation like this one that I have on this second hole in Zala Springs Golf Resort, where the green is more elevated than the surrounding areas. Some other areas where you could use this shot might be when you have to hit the ball over a bunker, or when you have an obstacle between you and the flag is tucked to the front edge of the green. Any of those scenarios are gonna require you to stop the ball very quick, and we can only do that by sending it high. First of all, let's assess the ball position, because if it's on a tight lie, this shot is not really going to work as good or as easy. So in my case, I'm on a bit of a semi-rough, so the ball sits okay. I have space under the ball a little bit for the club to go, and in that way I'm going to promote as much loft as I can so the ball can go as high as it can. So I'm going to take my 60-degree lob wedge. We're going to need as much loft as we can, and then let's see how we need to place our body for this shot. From the down the line view, I want you to be careful with two things. One is going to be that when I take the setup at the ball, all my body lines are going to be pointing left of the target for a right-handed player. So my feet line, knees, hips, shoulders are all going to be pointing somewhere left. And then the main key thing during the swing is going to be that I'm not gonna make a swing which is gonna be parallel with my body line. I'm gonna make a swing which is going to send the club inside, and then the club can travel towards the target. And these two aspects are going to help one to each other. Now, let's see from a face-on view what we need to take care of. Up to now, everything is very easy. Let's see from a face-on perspective what we need to change to our setup in order to make sure that the ball is gonna go really high when we hit it. So when we take the setup, I want ball to be forward in the stance, let's say in line with the lead heel. Then I want two club heads between my feet, and then I want my weight to go forward, but only by pushing the hips forward. In case you move the whole body forward, you're gonna move the low point too far forward, which will de-loft the club. So only the hips go forward. About 70% of my weight is on the lead leg. And this is the position that you want your body to be for a flop shot. Now, let's see what we need to do with the club in order to maximize the loft at address and then at the impact. I want to do two things with the club. One, the handle has to go back and is going to be in line with the trailed thigh. And then the second one is going to be to open the club face and make sure you grip it open. So now I'm going to place my hands on the handle, and in that way the club face is gonna stay open. So I have weight forward, my body is pointing to the left of the target, and all I have to feel now is that I'm gonna take my club inside and I'm gonna let the club head go through the ball. How are we gonna do this? This is really crucial to do it during this swing because it's gonna help promote more loft. So if I'll just take the setup over here, I'm gonna do the backswing, and I want you to feel like as you come and hit the ball, your trail arm is gonna let the club head go through. So the club head is gonna get closer to the target than your hands. And in that way, we're gonna increase the loft. An image that I like to use with my students for this is to imagine that you have a wall which is about your hands height, and then you have only space for the club head to go forward. And the hands have to stay not to hit the wall. So I just want you to let the club head go to maximize that loft. These are all the theoretical points that we need for a flop shot. I would recommend you to start practicing this shot on a grass that's a bit higher, so you can put the ball to sit on top of the grass, and in that way it's going to be easier to go under the ball and send it straight up in the air. Now I'll go back to the ball and I'm going to demonstrate the shot, and let's see how high I can make it fly. And that is all you need to do for a flop shot. If you start practicing this shot, I recommend you go in the rough, where you can put the ball on the grass and you can stay on top of the grass, and it's gonna be easier to go under the ball. Now, if you have too much loft on the club, you're gonna see that the ball, it's actually going just high and nowhere. so you're gonna have to keep accelerating through the shot. If you like this flop shot video, feel free to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time at thesolution.golf.